Hello everyone, peace of the Lord Jesus Christ with everyone. We hear Muslims sometimes they say to us that Islam is a good religion and Islam teach peace. And even you might hear in YouTube a video about somebody saying Islam, like one of the verses saying, if your enemy go for peace, you go for peace too. We need to understand when Muslims go for peace. Muslims always they have conditions so they can go for peace. They cannot just go for peace. If your enemy go for peace only if you are weaker and they are stronger, which mean if you cannot make it to fight them, which mean if you fought them, they will destroy you. Then you can go for peace. Now this is Surah 47, verse number 35. Be not weary and faint hatred, crying for peace. Be not. You see it? When you should be the uppermost of Allah with you, and He will never put you in lose for your good deeds. So as long your hand is uppermost, as long you are the one who is making victory, you don't go for peace. As long you are the one is stronger, you don't go for peace. Peace only a solution. Like now you see Egypt did sign a peace agreement with Israel. Why? Because Egypt is a lot more weaker. So according to Islam, they can give a fatwa for the president so he can go for peace. But this peace not forever. This is a temporary peace until the Muslims they get ready again to strike. Until they are strong. As long they are not strong, they should not do it, because if they do it, we know it will happen to them what happened in the year 1967 when they lost Jerusalem. So okay, we go for peace, but not for peace really. It's a peace until we are ready again. So we shake hands with you to fool you until we are ready again, because it's forbidden in Islam to have a peace with the enemy of Allah as a peace as forever. But a peace just temporary until we get ready again, for sure we can do that. And this is a surah, and we will see the explanation. Now, as usual, we will not explain the Quran up to us. We will explain the Quran up to the Muslims, just to show you that Quran is really an evil book. Don't go for peace as long you are the one is a powerful. Like if America is a Muslim country, and which mean America is the most powerful country, America as a Muslim country should destroy all the world before we have a peace again, because peace then is going to be after you destroy your enemy, which means no enemy left. This is what peace in Islam mean. No peace until you destroy all the enemy, because you are the one who have the upper hand. Now this is Ibn Kathir. Let us go to Ibn Kathir and see what Ibn Kathir explained the verse. He said, the God said, don't go for peace, which means don't go in weakness of peace in front of the enemies, and don't call for peace even by taking a break or going for real peace. When you have a war between you and an enemy, a kuffar, and by the way, the enemy in Islam is the kuffar. Just because you are an unbeliever, you are an enemy. في حال قوتكم وكثرة عددكم. As long you are the one who is the strongest, and you are have more numbers of fighters and soldiers, because at that time it's very important to have more numbers of soldiers, right? Not like now. So as long you have those, you have the strength, and you have the the higher number of fighters as soldiers. Why you want to go for peace? وعدتكم, and you have your own better weapon from them. This is why he said, as Ibn Kathir saying, this is why he said, don't go for peace as long you are the upper hand. In any case, as long you are the one is upper hand. So Muslims, when they fool you saying to you, Islam is a peaceful religion, Quran says, Go for peace if your enemy go for peace. Go for peace if your enemy go for peace. If your enemy is a stronger. Like it is saying, Israel now have a war with the Muslims. If Israel say, I want to go for peace, and Israel is a stronger, you go for peace, because this is a temporary peace. Because anyway you cannot make it. It's for your best if you say, yes, we want to go for peace. It's for your best. So it's just a tactique you do until you have the upper hand again, so you strike again. So in Islam, a Muslim cannot have a peace with the kuffar, the infidels, the enemy of Allah. No way. They are enemies forever, and you are in war with them forever. This is why the Islam divided the land of peace and the land of war. What is the land of war? The land of war is the land of kuffar. Not because they are fighting you, no. As long they don't obey the law of Allah and the Quran, they are in war with Allah. And because they are in war with Allah, it means they are in war with all the Muslims. So war in Islam, it's a must with everyone who is not a believer in Islam. If you go to Surah 9 verse 29, it says, goes and fight those who don't believe in Allah and the last days, or what forbidden by the Prophet Muhammad, from those people who've been given the books, which mean the Christian and the Jew, until they pay the jizya or they convert to Islam. So you have one of two choices. Either you pay the money. Jizya mean you give your country, you give your land, they rule you, you will become a second or third hand citizen, and on top of that you have to pay jizya as a penalty. If you don't do that, you have another choice: convert to Islam. If you don't want to convert to Islam, you will be killed. This is the peace in Islam. So when somebody tries to fool you with the peace of Islam, and you know what, show me your fruit, I will tell you who you are. The peace of Islam, right? Show me your fruit, I will tell you who you are. I'm not talking about the fruit of Osama bin Laden. I'm talking about Muhammad himself. Muhammad, when he killed thousands of people, when he killed 900 Jews, and he took their women and their kids for no reason. The Muslims will say to you, they break their treaty with him. This is a lie. The Jewish were not a part of any war at there. What about the Christians? Why Muhammad, he killed all the Christians in Mecca and Medina? Where are they? What happened to them? He killed them. Why? Did the Christian fought Muhammad ever? No. When Muhammad, he sent the 3 letters to the king of the Caesar, and the king of Iran, and the king of Ethiopia, the biggest 3 kings at his time, saying to them, I give you 3 days, either you convert to Islam or I'm going to attack you. Did they attack him ever? No. The Iranian never attacked Muhammad. Never, none of those kings ever been in Mecca. None of those kings have ever a soldier in Mecca. So why Muhammad is attacking them? The Muslims will say to you, no, if you attack us, we will attack you. This is a lie. Did the Chinese attack Muhammad? Did the Indian in India attack Muhammad? They never been there. Did the Spanish attack the Muslims? Did the France? The Muslims spread their army all over in Europe. They occupy Spain. They almost have half of China, half of India. Pakistan now, this is part of India. And all those Asian countries, Iran, Iraq, Syria, Jordan, Egypt. Did the Egyptian ever attack Muhammad? Never. So it's very clear. Islam, when the Muslims say to you, Islam means peace, this is a lie. First, Islam doesn't mean peace. The word in Arabic, peace, it means salam, not Islam. Islam, it means you submit yourself, you are surrounded. They will say submit to God. No. Submit yourself to Muhammad. You put your weapon down. That's what Islam means. Aslim Taslam. The Prophet of Islam, he said, Aslim Taslam. I will talk about that too. This is hadith of Sahih Muslim, Sahih al-Bukhari, the book of Al-Iman. Hadith number 24. Chapter, if they repent and they do salah and they do zakah, then let them go. He said, I've been ordered from God to fight and kill everybody until they do the salah, they do the prayer, and they pay me the money. If they do that, then they will stop me from shedding their blood and taking their money. Is that a prophet of peace? You see? If they do that, they will stop me from shedding their blood, not because they are fighting me. If they do the salat, they start praying as a Muslim, which means they accept Islam. And they pay me the money, which they call the zakat. The zakat is for Muhammad. They say to you for Allah. Muhammad, he started that as a way to generate money from Muslims for him. So if you do that, he's forcing people to do pray in Islamic way and to pay him money, and then I will stop shedding their blood and stealing their money. This is the Prophet of peace, peace upon him. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. Wake up. Muhammad is a mafia guy big time. Thank you. Peace of the Lord with everyone.